Welcome to our program pathways series on discovering our entry to PharmD and or Doctor of Pharmacy program. First, I would like to start with a land acknowledgement. I'm presenting to you today from Edmonton, Alberta, home of the University of Alberta. The University of Alberta acknowledges that today we are located on Treaty 6 territory and respects the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. The Faculty of Pharmacy is grateful for the opportunity to learn and practice on both Treaty 6 and the traditional lands of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta. First, I'd like to start by highlighting what a pharmacist is and what their day-to-day might look like. Most people might think that they know what a pharmacist does, but the profession has grown significantly, and a few things might surprise you. Pharmacists are medication experts, and healthcare professionals, they are an integral part of our primary care network as they treat diseases and other disorders through drug therapy, wellness promotion, and disease state management. Pharmacists are often a checks and balances between patients and their physicians in terms of medications and increasing the quality of life for their patients. In Alberta, they actually have the largest scope of practice in all of Canada. What does this look like? This includes prescribing medication, giving injections, administering vaccines, and their day-to-day can change depending on the environment they're working in, from business management if they choose to own their own pharmacy, to a fast-paced healthcare setting like working in hospitals. A note about prescribing pharmacists. This is an additional certification that students would need to pursue once they are licensed. But one thing that sets us apart is that it is ingrained in the program are courses to prepare students for prescribing, which include patient assessment and other skills needed to receive this certification. Students who choose pharmacy are not required to work in community pharmacies. In this role, there are a lot of flexibility to your workplaces, which include care facilities, vet clinics, working with the government, and many hospital environments. Depending on the environment you choose to explore, you can be in a very fast-paced workplace or a more calm day-to-day. Pharmacy is one way for students to enter the medical field. This program is especially beneficial for those with a strong passion for biology, chemistry, and math, and who have a passion for patient-focused healthcare. The profession of pharmacy differs from many healthcare professions as there is a strong work-life balance, and after only 6 years, which includes 2 years in pre-professional coursework and 4 in our PharmD program, you will be a doctor of pharmacy and entering the workforce. Currently, as with many professions in healthcare, we are very short-staffed across Alberta for pharmacists, making this opportunity to find work very manageable. Students are often hired before they even finish our degree, and wages often range around the 100,000 mark. This goes with an average working hours is about 31.3 hours per week. Some fun facts about our program at the U of A. We are the only PharmD program in Alberta and are ranked top 3 in Canada. We have a smaller program that intakes about 140 students per year, which allows for smaller class sizes and more interpersonal connections between peers and professors. Students begin their placements after spring term year 1 and continue through to year 4, where they spend the majority of their last years in off-campus experiential placements. These will include community, hospital, research, and academia. Prior to each placement, students will rank their placement options and will be matched to their placement sites. All students will complete a rural placement as well. Students in this program also have access to full simulation lab, including simulated patients to help practice all required skills to thrive in the profession. While we may be ranked top 3 in Canada, students in our program continue to rank highest in the licensing exam within the Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada. We are always within the top 2 highest. I also wanted to highlight our research opportunities. Currently at the U of A, some of our main research focuses are in drug discovery, pharmacy and AI, and diabetic research. Many of our students will finish the program as peer-reviewed writers. Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences strives to create a supportive environment for their students that goes beyond just providing a team of advisors and ensuring there are opportunities to connect with your professors. There are 2 highly active student associations that are the Alberta Pharmacy Students Association and the BAC Pharmacy Students Association. Both of these groups host events, provide support for their fellow students, and work with the faculty to advocate for student needs to be met. They are highly regarded and have a strong connection with the faculty, allowing for increased levels of support and positive change to be made within the program. The Alberta Pharmacy Students Association even has a page dedicated to preparing you for your first year of pharmacy. While there aren't specific entrance scholarships for students entering pharmacy, once you are in the program, students have access to a wide range of financial aid with over 30 scholarship opportunities. One notable one provides financial assistance to students completing their rural placements, and others support students interested in specific areas of pharmaceutical services, such as geriatric pharmacy. I also just wanted to highlight a student spotlight to speak a bit more about our program. Megan McTaggart, who is the VP Administration in the APSA, speaks to the quality of our program and how U of A Pharmacy provides the tools and skills to succeed in this challenging but rewarding field. Let's chat about some of our requirements. In order to apply, students must meet the following pre-professional requirements over a minimum of 2 years. Many students wonder what courses they should be taking to fulfill the rest of the 60 units, and they can take anything, so long as these courses are generally transferable to the U of A. A couple notes on this. When anyone is considering transferring from one program to another, we recommend you continue taking some courses that will benefit you in the program you are currently enrolled in. That way, if you aren't immediately successful in your application to pharmacy, you aren't derailing yourself in the current program. That being said, we are not looking at what other courses you are taking, only the GPA you receive, so use this time to take courses you will enjoy. Additional requirements include GPA, which will be calculated 3 ways, a letter of intent, interviews, and a pharmacist consultation form. We will go over important dates and deadlines at the end. We do have some additional and alternate admissions pathways that I would like to discuss today. For students who are FNMI students, there are 9 reserved seats that can be filled by any student who meets the minimum requirements and provides documentation of Indigenous status. The admissions pathway has been introduced to help reduce barriers for our Indigenous applicants. This is not only to work on increasing overall Indigenous student numbers in our program, but increase Indigenous practitioners in healthcare and be more reflective of their populations they are serving. Additionally, we have a rural student pathway. This pathway is for applicants from rural communities, and we'll have 10 seats reserved for students who meet the minimum requirements and have lived for a minimum of 3 years in a rural community between the ages of 12 and 18. Rural status is defined as being at least 50 kilometers from Calgary or Edmonton. This pathway was introduced similarly to our Indigenous pathway to help fill a gap in our practice. Both of these groups are not represented enough in this program or in this profession, and we are aiming to help reduce barriers for students from rural communities and increase rural practitioners to help reduce barriers to access in healthcare. On top of the rural admissions pathway, for pharmacists who relocate or return to rural communities after they graduate, they may be eligible for Canada Student Loan Forgiveness. If a student is both Indigenous and rural, they can be admitted through either pathway. I wanted to highlight a few frequently asked questions about the Faculty of Pharmacy. One of our main questions results in the difference between a pharmacy assistant or pharmacy technician and our pharmacists. A pharmacist technician is a diploma program, which cannot be used to apply to our pharmacy program. The difference mainly can relate to scope of practice, years of experience, and years of education. So their roles are going to be very different in this environment. Another frequently asked question we receive is whether international students are able to apply and the difference between applying in province or out of province. The Faculty of Pharmacy does accept applications from international students, and moving forward, our pharmacy program will no longer have an in-province and out-of-province separate competitive GPA. There will only be one competitive GPA for all applicants. If you have any further questions, I do have contact information at the end. Okay, so there are a few steps to applying that I want to highlight. Applications are open from October 1st to March 1st, and students should apply in the year that they will be completing all of their prerequisites by the end of their winter term. This deadline generally also includes the pharmacist consultation form, proof of Indigenous or rural status, and course descriptions if they are required. We are still waiting on the official deadline for the letter of intent and when interviews will be. However, our PharmD program website will have all updated information as it becomes available each cycle. Our final deadline is the June 15th document deadline. This is the final date allowed to submit outstanding documents, which would be included the official transcripts and any English proficiency requirements. Again, here is just our important dates and deadlines. I understand that today may have opened the door to many more questions for you all. If after our time today is done, please don't hesitate to connect with us if you have any more questions. You're more than welcome to visit us at uab.ca/transfer, where you can sign up for general transfer advising if you're debating between programs. And if you would like to receive more information regarding the Faculty of Pharmacy today, please scan this QR code and fill out the Connect form. The Faculty of Pharmacy also has an email that you can connect with directly, phstud@ualberta.ca, or if you would like to review the admission requirements again, please visit uab.ca/pharmacy. Thank you so much for connecting today. Have a great day.